Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Aurora for X. And with Murphy's Law being fully in place, the inevitable happened while we are buggering around in Berlin, dealing with our new friends the Zadorni. The Invaders showed up in Hamburg and are attacking one of our ships. And naturally, it's not one of the numerous colony ships, but it's one of the rare freighters. So essentially our freighter got hit by 31 size 1 missiles and 62 more of them are on the way to obliterate our brave freighter. So, what will we do about this? First of all, we essentially have two options. Either we stay in Berlin and fool around with the occasional Zadorni ship which comes through the gate here, or we assemble our fleet and move back to Hamburg and deal with invaders. One of the problems with dealing with invaders is that obviously we are not facing large missile carriers here, but an anti-missile ship, and our point defense is not suited that well to deal with a large number of fast missiles like those, so we will get hit. On an earlier screen I saw the missile speed, it was 70k, so let's take a quick look at our point defense ships and what they are able to do versus 70k missiles. Our to-hit chance is 21%, so we need 5 projectiles to deal with one of those missiles. And with about 250 projectiles in our fleet, this means we can deal with about 48 missiles, which is not enough. As long as those missiles are hitting the Bismarcks, I'm fairly confident that we can stand some punishment due to their large armor. But if any other ship is hit, like a Blücher without any armor, or one of our Scharnhorst carriers with very low armor, we don't even have refitted them yet, but still 2 armor, but that's not enough to stop those missiles. What we will most likely be doing is assemble most of the fleet, meaning our fleet in Hamburg, which is getting quite high on maintenance time here anyway, in addition to our point defense ships currently being retooled or upgraded in Seoul. We might be able to deal with about 55 to 60 of those missiles, so we should have a chance to deal with them. Oh, there are even 2 Bismarcks. I think the other Bismarcks still need quite some time before they have completed their upgrades. Where are those? Yeah, will take till November or January next year. So yes, we can move or use all of the ships, and due to having the 2 additional Bismarcks, we might be even able to intercept all of their missiles. So let's move to Hamburg and deal with invaders. One of the unknowns here is if there are more than just the 1 or 2 invader ships we have detected via their missiles. If there are more than the 2, we will have some problems. So let's move and refuel. And most likely, once we have done this, the Zadoni will enter Berlin and wreak havoc there. But we'll have to deal with this one crisis at a time. Okay, I'll pause again till something is happening. And it looks like our invader friends have moved on to Bremen and are just bringing down one of our luxury cruisers and will most likely kill a large freighter next. So Hamburg will not be our target. It seems like we'll have to travel to Bremen and maybe even further, because we have no idea if the invaders will stay in place this time. Just a quick update about our recent exploration exploits. We are currently expanding our western borders here, taking or looking for new systems, exploring new systems. Otherwise, not very much has happened. What might be good is that due to the enemy presence in Hamburg and Bremen, it seems unlikely that our civilian fleets will enter those systems, at least not in the short run. So the main point will be to defeat those invaders. Hopefully there are not too many of them, but if they keep wrecking our ships with their missiles, they should have expanded a fair size of their magazines before our fleet arrives. Anything else I wanted to mention here? No, not really. Our uranium stockpile is still doing okay. We have constructed another shipyard here and are starting to add additional slipways, because I want to use the Eisenbahn Corporation shipyard once it has finished its expansion to 3 kilotons in order to build our corvettes, and we'll have to find a new home for retooling, upgrading our fighter bombers then. In addition, we are retooling the Blücher shipyards to our carriers, the Scharnhorst, because it will take ages before we have finished upgrading the Bismarcks here. Most likely, we already reached 16k on this one. I'm very tempted to use this shipyard to upgrade the Bismarcks as well. But on the other hand, as can be seen in the crisis we are facing at the moment, I want at least 3 Bismarcks operational all the time in order to provide additional point defense. Okay, and with this, back to pause. Okay, we found our invader friends. 2 ships, 17.6 kilotons each. They blew up a United American ship here, it seems. But let's take a look at the fleet I've assembled here. We've got 3 Bismarcks, 6 carriers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 Blüchers, so 2 Gauss turrets on each Blücher, that's 26. 3 turrets on each Bismarck, that's another 9, so we've got 35 quad Gauss turrets, 12 shots each, 35 times 12, 350, 420 shots. With a 20% chance to hit, we are able to take out 82 missiles. So we should be pretty safe. Let's make sure all our weapons are set up correctly. Point defense, point blank, mode 4. Is mode 4 correct? No, mode 4, that's a distance. It doesn't matter, it's point blank. Final defensive fire. Yeah, it's final defensive fire. Great. Let's copy this to be sure. And clear the target here. Should not be a real problem, but better safe than sorry. And about our Blüchers. Okay, we have to... no, that's a missile fire control, but still we have to assign our Gauss cannons. Final defensive fire. Final defensive fire. Copy. Yep. And finally our Deutschland. Same here. Final defensive fire. And final defensive fire. And copy this as well. Great, so we should be set up. We have 17 fighter bombers, 12 improved ones, and 5 old ones. In addition to 19 heavy fighters, 14 of those improved with the newer engines, and the better... did we put better lasers in there? No, not that important. And 5 older ones. In addition to some scout ships, one of our early point defense fighter designs, and a search and rescue ship. I don't think I've actually shown you the search and rescue ship. Essentially, it's a small fighter with 1,000 cryo berths. I like to take them along on my carriers for picking up life pods. So I don't have to use the TAC to pick up life pods, but each carrier fleet should have one of those. Okay, let's activate the space-time bubble, otherwise this will take ages. Oh, no. Space Master here, Space Master on, yeah. Let's close the Empire screen and reopen it. Okay. Activate Spacetime Bubble. Let's take a quick look at their speed here. 11k, that's too high. For our main fleet it is, no question about this. But our improved heavy fighters have the speed, so it should be no problem. Once they have exhausted their missiles, that is. So let's get closer here, 5 minutes. Oh, okay, they're even now firing their missiles at us. This might take a bit. I just hope they don't run away from us. Otherwise we might be unable to track them. Let's activate auto turns here. Yeah, 2 minutes should be fine. As soon as the time starts going up in 2-minute increments, we know that they've stopped firing their missiles. Let's take a look at the range. They're either staying put or getting closer to us, so that's nice. In theory, they should target the Bismarcks due to their size and the active emissions. But the carriers are 16 kilotons as well, so they might target those, but most likely they'll go for the active emissions. Oh, here we go, 2-minute turns. So let's see when we are able to see the missiles. And due to them traveling quite fast, I don't think we have the luxury of doing this very long. Otherwise, the missiles might just get to us before we are able to detect them. But the worst that can... Here we go. Five-second intervals on those, so our anti-missile missiles would be fairly, not useless, but they have a rate of fire of every 10 seconds, so we, even if our missiles would be able to intercept those, we would be only able to hit every second flight of missiles, and speed is at 70k, like we thought. So let's see if our calculations are correct. Error. Okay, that's not good. And that's not good as well. Okay, most likely they're crossing into our range before we are able to fire them due to their high speed. That's bad. That's very bad actually. Oh, but some of our weapons did fire, so let's take a closer look here. Bismarck did fire. Missed, hit. Which of our weapons didn't fire and why? Okay, that is one of our carriers. And as you can see here, the crew grade goes up due to our ships being hit. Essentially, there are only two ways to raise the crew grade, either by training or by getting hit. I find it a tad strange actually that getting hit will raise the crew grade, but that's how it is. Base chance hit 100%, no weapon fired, no missiles destroyed. This is very strange. Our Falke, which is inside the hangar, tried to fire. This is even more strange. No weapons fired. Why? Base chance to hit. Huh. I'm at a loss here. The Bismarcks did fire. Huh. Yeah. But our destroyers are not firing. And they have the same weapon system. Did I do something wrong with assigning those? Point blank. Should be fine. And those are the same fire controls. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, this might be due to damage. Let's take a look here. I didn't assign the gauss. I'm pretty sure I did. Obviously, I didn't. And the same here. Assign. Assign. I think I only assigned the final defensive fire to the fire controls, but I have completely forgotten to assign the gauss cannons. Yes, smart move. Let's copy this. This looks better. And as we have seen from the to-hit chances on the Bismarcks, we should be pretty fine in intercepting those missiles. And since the invaders have stopped firing, I should send the Sturmvogels after them. So yeah, let's rename those guys first, so it will not be this hard to see who's who. Renumber, yes I do. Okay, this looks better. And how fast is our sensor fighter actually. That's only the short-ranged one. It does have the speed. But I don't hope we will need it. Or I hope we don't need it. Okay, let's launch our heavy fighters. Contacts. Photo. I'm not that sure what kind of additional weapons those Invader ships might have, so let's stay at 120k in the beginning. Add move and raise the initiative to the max. Highest speed. It will take some time. So let's see the next flight here. We'll get the arrows all the time, I'm afraid. But why 3 of them? This does look better. Yeah, shot all of them down. Great. Okay, this will get annoying. And the sensor spam or the event spam here is getting annoying as well. All of them just have been destroyed. Yeah, we know. And I should send my fleet after the contacts as well, so we don't lose them too early. Follow. Actually, where are they going? Let's take a look. Okay, they're moving slightly away from us, so we might have a problem in following them or keeping them in radar range long enough. So let's launch the censorship. And have it follow the invaders as well. It's slightly faster than our fast attack craft, but I'm afraid the way they're moving that we will lose them from our sensors soon. Where are they going? Pretty much nowhere, I think. Oh well, we'll see. No nuclear explosion, so everything destroyed again. We're getting more errors, okay. Did we get hit? No. Okay, our censorship is untrained. Due to it, it's still waiting to carry out the orders. Error on point blank with PD fire. Yeah, no idea why. assignments here. Turret 1, 2, 3, point blank. 1, 2, 3, point blank, 1, 2, 3, point blank. The Büchers 1, 2, point blank, point blank. Should have copied down here. Yeah. They all still have the turrets, yeah. So that's not a problem. Point blank, turret 1, turret 2. Looking good as well. This might be a problem. So let's... Yeah, this was the ship that was hit by the initial salvo. So let's clear this one and assign the cannon here and set final defensive fire. This was the Braunschweig. Yeah. Those should be fine, should be fine. Well, this might have accounted for one error, but not the number we've seen. Nope. Still the same number of errors. Okay, this might take a little bit. I'm wondering where they're trying to go. Still awaiting acknowledgement. That's why I want only 100% task force trained fighters and or combat ships. It's not that bad on a sensor ship, but with a combat ship in close combat, this would be deadly. But yeah, our Gauss turrets are doing what they're expected to do. That's nice. And we are talking about invader ships here, and our tech isn't that great. But as the saying goes, quantity has a quality of its own, and this can be seen here. Simply due to the large amount of bullets we are able to put in the air or into space, we are able to deal with those 70k missiles. The range of our search sensors does not look good. Actually, I'm not sure if invaders are even able to reload their missiles anywhere. They don't have any bases. So I'm assuming they will not be able to get additional missiles. So even if we are not able to catch them, they should, at least in theory, no longer be a threat. looks like there's still a bunch of them. But I would love to intercept those invaders and shoot them out of space, mainly for the salvage. Oh well. This is one of the times where I'm wishing for a simulate button, because it's pretty clear they can't harm us. So I would love to be done with this. And see if we are able to catch them. Let's quickly write down what we know about those guys. Those, not Banger. This one. It's an AMM times 31, and they have a speed of 70k. And still quite a lot of them here. But at least our censorship has started to move. I don't even want to think how long this battle would take without the space-time bubble. Even 5-second turns take about a minute here at the moment, due to the very large number of civilian ships we are having, and this not taking into consideration the civilian ships of the other races around. And their actual ships. So there's a lot going on in this game, despite me using a fairly low number of planets. Just 100. And we only know of 2 races on Earth and 1 additional alien. There might be 1 or 2 other races lurking somewhere around here, but I doubt we have more than 5 active NPRs here. Yeah, this is one of the times where I'm wishing for using larger sensors. I hate to use large sensors due to their high research costs at the beginning and even in the middle of the game. With late game techs, I'm willing to sink the research points that are needed in order to get a 20, 30, 40 or even size 50 sensor, but during the early stages of the game I seldom go about sensor size of 5 or 10 at best, and those are size 5 sensors. Okay, I think we are soon to be done with those missiles. But I think it's pretty clear what will happen is that we lose... Oh, are they moving towards us? Yeah, okay, that's great. We are not going to lose them. That's very great. So let's see if they have anything else to offer. Or maybe they know that they can't reload and are programmed to try to ram our ships. I will take our censorship and have it land. We will not need this one here, because all of the Sturmvogels have their own small sensors, but even those will not be needed since the ship or the invaders are well within range of our main sensors. Yeah, 2 minutes looks good. And we should be getting close here. 907k is the current distance, and we are closing fast. 670, 550, 430. They've activated sensors. Let's see if they have some kind of surprise for us. One more tick and we are in range, 80k. Okay, so let's assign our weapons. Let's assign them to the second invader ship since we are following the first one. Copy this to the other ships and open fire. Looking good. Let's see how we do. We don't do anything. Okay. ECM of 70. Yeah, that explains a lot. And since they didn't fire at us with a range of about 80, we will get a little bit closer here. Oh, that's the wrong fleet. That's the right one. Remove contacts. Follow at a range of 60. ECM of 70. Okay, that's a lot. $60k. I would love to see our to-hit chance 27%. Let's grow bolder while we are closing or recharging our lasers. If they start shooting at us, we are slightly faster, so we should be able to get out of range before losing too many of our ships. Photo at 40. And since we are getting the range we want, it's very likely that our initiative is better than theirs. Otherwise, it's highly unlikely that we would be able to get the range we want. And get even closer. Most likely they don't have any other weapons, maybe some gauss. So I will not go below 20, I think. Maybe 11. Let's see. Oh, okay. They're close enough for ramming now. How close are they able to get? We should have the initiative advantage. Due to this, I'm not sure how they can even attempt ramming. But I'm not sure what the minimal range is for them to attempt ramming. But obviously 20k is too close. So let's move to 30. It would help if we told the game whom to follow at 30. But yeah, the ramming does mean that they don't have any offensive weapons here left. 30 is still too close. Let's try 32. Still attempting to ram. Let's try 35. And once we have established the range, still trying, we are simply able to stay at the range. And since we are faster, we actually don't have to care that much about getting the best possible to hit chances. Let's jump to 40 here. Still attempting to ram. That's annoying. Oh, maybe it's determined by the distance they can travel in 5 seconds. It would make sense. They're able to travel at close to 11k. So let's try 55k. Annoying. $60k. Oh well. Here we go. Okay, it would take our lasers. Still some time to reload. And we should fire now. Strength 10 weapon impact detected. That's nice. Let's take a look at their armor. Armor strength of at least 5. I'm not sure what the actual damage pattern for strength 10 laser hit is. Most likely it's just 5 deep. So they should and most likely have more armor than that. But since they can't do anything, attempting to ram again. Here we go. For some reasons, we were point blank range. Most likely due to using a fairly long tick here. The game got a little bit confused, and as was likely, they had more armor than we were seeing there, so I know that a strength 10 laser means a penetration depth of 5 on their armor. And for some strange reason... Okay, because our initiative is higher and we are moving at a speed of 12 plus K, we're able to open the distance to them to 60 in one turn. So, am I willing to risk being rammed? Yeah, let's do it. It will take much too long. No, let's not do it. Annoying. 30 seconds any better? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, yeah, we're getting a couple of hits in here. Essentially, it's now just a question of time. They will go down. They're unable to get away from us since we have higher speed. They have no weapons to shoot at us. So it's a pretty foregone conclusion. But they have lots of armor. They haven't even slowed down yet. Lots of misses here. Decent hits. Still not slowing down. But yeah, those are the invaders. They're heavily armored. Quite heavily armed. Zero chance to hit. What is this? Ah, we did get one here. So this one is moving towards our fleet. Huh. Okay, let's follow number 2, since it will be easier to hit it, and I don't really want it to reach our fleet. So, contacts. Follow number 2. 5 seconds at 10k. 55 should be fine here. Yeah, and I will cease fire till we are in decent range here. No need to waste this shot. $580 has been lost, yeah. 570, 380, 300, 130, open fire. $16 point of damage, point blank range. Oh, nearly point blank, 32. Did it slow down again actually? No, still 10k. Why are we this close? Oh, this ship obviously... No, not obviously. Maybe it has better initiative than we do. Now it's starting to follow us again. Has attempted to ram, yeah, I'm not surprised, but this should be a one-time, or not a one-time event. Are they actually pinning me right between them so that they have a chance to ram? Might be the case. That's annoying. So let's see how close we are to the other ship. Yeah, let's switch targets here again. We are targeting number 2 now, so let's target number 1. Copy to all ships, targeting 1, yep, and let's follow number 1 as well. No, let's keep following number 2 and fire at number 1, because if the current pattern stays here, we should be able to fire it from a range of 14k. And let's just hope that our ships are quick enough. 2 hits, okay. Are quick enough to evade them. Now let's follow the other ship again. Oh well, taking Invaders down takes time. Follow number 1. Add move. No, not this. Remove. Follow number 1 at a range of 60 again. And most likely the other one is moving away again now. No, still following. Okay, that's good. And now it's moving away. Annoying. Oh well, we still have a couple of fighter bombers, so I will use those on the one running away from us, unless we're able to catch it before it reaches the fleet. Because this simply takes too much time. But maybe we will be able to catch up to it. Couple of more hits. 2 hit chances still around 30%. Well armored and sturdy ships here. It's still moving at max speed? Yeah, close to it. shot missed. 20%. See, modified to hit chance. Oh well, this might take a little bit. Just one hit. When we're able to bring the speed down, our hit chances will improve, and we will be able to get closer without risking getting rammed. But as long as it's still traveling at 10k, there's not that much we can do. Let's see if we can... no, ramming again. We can't. Whenever it gets to 2 minutes, there seems to be some calculation problem, and it's able to try to ram us. As long as we stay at 30 seconds, no such problem. At least we don't have to use 5 seconds here. Otherwise, this would take ages. And it's bad enough as it is. Still traveling at 10k, yep. Got fairly close on this one, strength 16 hits. Let's take a look at its speed. Still 10k. Oh, it's streaming atmosphere. Finally, we've penetrated their armor. So, let's hope the speed will go down now. Let's take a look. Okay, Kree is unable to dock, so we don't want to follow it anymore. And now it should be able to dock despite its low initiative. Land on assigned mothership. 8.1k, so let's get closer here. Contacts. We are following number 1 at a range of 45, should be okay. Strength 17 hits now. Most likely it will not that much. but it was slowed down. Thermal signature went down as well. So I hope that the worst is behind us. Yeah, streaming atmosphere. Let's take a look at the new speed. 6.3, so 35. 35? Yeah, 35 should be a safe distance. But for some strange reason, we are closer anyway. Now would be a good time to fire. 3K. The only possible explanation here is better initiative. Couple of nice hits. Penetrated the armor again. Okay, now it's very slow. So let's move to within 10k, which should largely improve our to-hit chances and cause max damage of 16 to it. New wreck in Bremen. Very nice. So let's cease fire and follow the other ship. Remove contact. Follow. It was traveling at 10k plus, so let's put 60 in here for now. And let's remove the events. Okay, it got close, so most likely we'll have to deal with this one with our bombers. Yeah. No, we are, maybe? No, we will not be able to catch it. So, let's launch a couple of bombers. And let's launch the older ones at first, I think. Yeah, because they still have the old missiles. And I want to get rid of them anyway. So assign to all launchers, assign all launchers to our missile fire control. Assign the target and launch our... Did I rename them? No. Some of the Mark IIs still are called Mark Is, so let's change this again. Or for those as well. Yes, I want to rename them. And now that's the wrong one. Launch the fighter bombers. Here we go. It's not very likely that those missiles are able to hit, at least not a lot of them. But we will be rid of them. So, open fire. Missiles in the air. So let's cease fire and return to the mothership. Again, the wrong run. Task group. And assign mothership. In theory, I would be able or could have run our carrier task force away from the invader to give our heavy fighters more time to catch up. But again, it's not worth it. We've already spent enough time here without doing any of those tricky things. "45 missiles. Let's see. Oh! 22 hits? That's nice. Let's take another look at our missiles. Not hide obsolete, I want you to show obsolete. Ba, 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 ba. 34% hit chance. So we got lucky. We got quite lucky with the number of hits here. And they don't seem to have any point defense weapons. Nice. So this should slow our friend down, I hope. Still 7.3. Streaming atmosphere. The crew grade bonus helped here. Yeah, okay. Due to it, our actual hit chances were at about 40%. Do I still have old missiles I want to get rid of? Nah, not this one. Here. Yeah. Our other Eagles have still old missiles as well. So let's launch a couple of additional ones. We can actually take a look at the armament. Yep, all of them still have the old missile. So let's simply launch all of them and lob a couple of missiles towards the invader. Assign all, assign all. Let's assign the weapons to every ship and assign the target to those two and just open fire with 1 and 2. And ceasefire. "12 hits out of 18 missiles. It should slow down even more. What do we have here? Still 6k. Okay, let's launch another 18. Assign, open fire. Assign, open fire. Why am I still centered on those? Ceasefire. And let's see what the missiles do. "15 out of 18. Still no wreck, still quite fast. Very resilient. Assign, open fire. Assign, open fire. I would love to see the armor hitbox on this one. Should look interesting. And another wreck. Very nice. That's the end of the Invader threat. Most likely, at least. So, with this, remove, land on your assigned mothership, and the same for the Eagles. Not on Bremen. And that's the other fleet. Okay, and I think that's a good point to end this episode. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.